Hi everyone, it's Susan. I appreciate your coming to my channel and being a part of my YouTube family. Please check the subscribe button so that I can talk to you regularly. I really appreciate all of that. I'm going to talk to you today, not about one of the questions that you've given me, but something that's really been on my mind lately because I've personally experienced it, and I think this is a big discussion for all of us. How do we explain the person who is so wonderful? They come into our lives. The light is brighter. They see what's great about us. They enjoy it. They support us. This unbelievable, we were here, now we're here. In their eyes, we're magical, and they add so much value to our lives. And we think it's just so incredible. We're so blessed. And then the fall from the cliff. It's that erosion. Normally give it about 3 months, right? And then down, down, down. They're failing us. Well, maybe it's just a one-off. We make an excuse. And then we realize they were so great and now they're so awful. And how do you explain this? So actually, to give you a little backstory, for me, it has nothing to do with romance. This can happen in a work relationship. It can happen in a friendship. How is it that somebody can be so amazing and so not amazing? So even terrible, horrible to us. Go from good to bad. The same person. How does that happen? So what you're all looking for is you're all looking for me to give you the answer to stop the pain. Everybody really, what you really want from me is give me every sign I need to notice so that I'll never get hurt. And what I have to tell you is, that's an impossible task because I would do you the most incredible disservice because I would stop you from ever trusting or falling in love or believing. Here's what really happens. We have to let go and believe in order to create the possibility of something wonderful happening. And we have to walk through that experience with all of our knowledge and some of our fear and look, but courageously proceed forward because it might just be wonderful. But sometimes we will see that there's an arc. We will notice there's a pattern that's not good for us. Maybe it's too hot too soon. Maybe it's too wonderful. We want to believe it, but we're not sure. So we have some doubts and intrepidation. But in love and romance, we actually have to allow ourselves to believe in order to get into it. Or we will always have our guard up, and we will never allow love into our lives. So here's the rub. It's not that I should be giving you signs that go, danger, danger, warning, warning. You've got those. You've listened to 400 some videos. You know the signs. But you're in it, and it's all good. So you want to ride the ride. Okay, that's okay. But then when you see the flip, you see the change. Our first instinct, we don't want to believe it. We kind of fear it, but we don't want to believe it's happening, right? So we try and make an excuse. Maybe it's temporary, maybe it's one-off. We talk to them about it. What is it? But then it continues to decline. This exact point is where we need to evacuate. This exact point, after a conversation, after direct communication, we need to back up and objectively take a look at what actually happened. What did they seek to gain from us that they got? There are people that are only good at the first part. They capture us. They're great at this, mystify. It's like they're just fantastic. They overshoot their load, and then they can't sustain it. They've got an attention span for the beginning, but they can't do, a relationship is not built on the excitement of the initial passion. It is built on the day-to-day stuff you have to do. Taking out the garbage, and the kids are sick, and the dog is sick, and are you going to be there when I need somebody to pick me up from a colonoscopy? Those are the questions I ask myself now, not the one who's going to look hot in my bed. Who's going to be there to pick me up when I have to have a medical procedure, right? So you have to think a little bit differently because the beginning excitement of everything can blind us to the truth of what's going on. don't worry so much about guarding yourself in the beginning. Be courageous. You know who you are. You're not going to die. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Oh, I'm going to have an emotional boo-boo. But we go in and we enjoy the excitement of that first, flood of things, and we hope for the best. But when you start to see the steady decline and the pulling back, you don't need some huge flashcard to figure this out. This is where everybody gets stuck because we don't want to believe it. This is where people get thrown into orbit, where they circle a person like an addict that is looking for that first hit when it was all good and they're not giving it to you again. And when they stop giving it to you, it doesn't come back. Those of you who've dealt with a narcissist, you understand this pattern. The best is what you get in the beginning. The rest is unsustainable. What we are looking for in a relationship is consistency. So, perhaps a slight adjustment in the front side, okay? The one who's just like over the top, nah, something's up with that. I should have known that. I should have known that. I get confused, guys. You have to understand, this is life. We gotta cut ourselves a break. I had somebody assist me in work that I was like, oh my God, you're fabulous, for a while. And then horrible. This is what happens. It can happen to any one of us. Now, if you know it in one category, you can probably transform that into a separate category a little bit more easily. But life is, we're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some, we're gonna get fooled. I'm grateful for this interaction. I learned a lot. I learned some things that I learned from this person, things I want that I never knew I could have, and I learned a whole lot of what I don't want, which helps my next selection process be even better. Different realm, it's not romance. This is how we learn. It's life. We gotta cut ourselves a break. If you found yourself in one of those fantastic, horrible, it's a discernment process. We are looking for consistency. It's better to have, you don't need spikes like this. That's not happiness. Consistency like this, it's not about boredom. It's about who brings quality to the table 90% of the time, 85% of the time. That's a good relationship. I hope this has helped you because, that it is a daunting moment. So good and then so bad. What happened? No, it's not you. It's not you. It's them. There are people that are only good at step one. Step one is the wow phase, but they don't have the ethics or consistency, desire, or skill set to really be a constant wow. I hope this has helped all of you. Thank you so much. I'm getting so many great calls on Magnify. You guys are wonderful. It's worldwide. I love it. The hours that I'm not booked for the 45-minute sessions or the day-long sessions, catch me on Magnify. If you want to work with me one-on-one, come to my website, susanwinter.net. Take a look at the different options. Chat me up on this page so I can talk to you back. I appreciate the wonderful things you say. Check me out on Susan E. Winter on Instagram, where you can kind of see pictures of me, my life, Nika, the horses, everything else. Thank you very much.